Hello, everybody. Welcome to CVG-TV. My name is Gregory Parks, and you are watching ConLink. Joining us today is one of our guests of honor, voice actor and screen actor extraordinaire, another one of those people with an extremely long list on IMDb. You might recognize him as the voice of Clarion, the Witch Boy from Young Justice, or perhaps even Lexington from fan favorite Gargoyles, and countless other roles. Please welcome Thom Adcox-Hernandez. Hello, Thom. Thank you for joining us.
Hello there, Gregory. Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, so thank you for joining us. And on an anniversary year of Gargoyles, a big Gargoyles anniversary, how does that feel for you?
30th. It's surreal and shocking. And I just can't, it just is impossible to me that it's been 30 years. It's just crazy. So for the 30th anniversary, I went and got, I have a lot of tattoos. So I finally went and got a Lexington tattoo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
That's great ink.
Yeah, he did a great job. So I got him in both different colors because from one season, I think from season 2 to season 3, he changed colors. I think they may have changed animation or something, but this is the original color.
Yes.
See it.
Looks perfect.
Yeah. So that's what I got for the 30th anniversary, and I met Greg in LA, and I showed him, and he's like, "Oh my God!" He couldn't believe it. And I cannot believe how many people are going, "Oh wow, Gargoyles! I love your Gargoyles!" And I'm like, "I'm the voice. I was Lexington," and they're like, "No way!" And I mean, I can't tell you. I got this about 3 weeks ago, and about I'd say 15 people have said something to me. I was just like, "Wow!" They're like, "You're my childhood. You don't know how much that cartoon meant to me. Oh my God! I used to rush home to watch it, and it was just awesome." And I always carry like my. It's an 8x10 with a bunch of my characters on it, and I happened to have one in the car, so I ran out and signed it for him, and he was so excited. That was great.
What is one of the reasons you think that show had such an effect on people and still has such fond memories for people today? What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think, I hear it from the fans, but I think it was because like a lot of the fans, or maybe the fandom and just people that used to watch it, because the Gargoyles were kind of like outcasts. So I think a lot of people that were, in school that just didn't feel like they fit in, or they were a little different. And I noticed several of the fans were on the spectrum on some point of the spectrum. And so they felt, I think, kind of outcast, and the Gargoyles were outcast. So I think they really related to it for that reason. I think that was one of the reasons. Plus, it was just a great show.
What is one of the things that you enjoy the most about creating a character when you're doing a voice, when you're on screen? What's one of the things that you like most about that process?
It's interesting, like a lot of times when you do, if you're talking about animation, or if you're talking about on camera or live action, because I've done a lot of both. I like when it seems like at night, if we'll work on the script or look at the sides and look at all that, and then I work on it, just read it over and over again, and little things pop in here and there. But then it seems like when I go to bed and I sleep, all kinds of things happen. I wake up and go, "Oh, that's how that line's supposed to be said." And it literally will come to me in the middle of the night. In dreams, I'll say, "Oh, that's how I'm supposed to say that line. Oh, that's part of that character. Oh, yeah." And a lot of times, like, the voice comes from, sometimes it's really great when you get to see, like, I'm talking about animation now, when you get to see the actual animated, the character drawn. Sometimes they don't have the characters drawn, so you just get script. and you don't get a really idea. But when you see the characters, like with Lexington, that character from Gargoyles came right to me. I mean, because he was an excitable, and I'm kind of a hyper, type character, and I'm very inquisitive about things, and so that just came. Certain characters just seem to come really natural. They're just part of you, and if you do it enough, you just automatically know where to go to find that character or to find that voice. Or so years ago, I started out I was an actor first in Michigan, where I was born, and I left high school. I graduated high school, and I came right out to California, and I drove, and my car that pretty much was going to break down almost all the way there. But when I got I'd found this place that was in Torrance, California, which is way outside of LA, like an hour outside of LA. And it was a dance studio, and it said acting, dancing, singing. And so I went in, and I thought, I could take dance classes here, but I didn't have any money. So I asked the owner and the teacher, and if I could scrub the floors and clean the mirrors and do stuff for in exchange for classes. And she thought about it. She goes, yeah, absolutely. So I got free classes all day. I'd be there all day and all night. And then I would actually clean her studio at night, and then I would practice and dance and dance and dance and crank the music up and practice my pirouettes and practice my stretches and everything. And then I got really good really quickly. And then one day, this really beautiful girl comes walking up to me, and she goes, "Hi, Thom." And I go, "Hi." And she goes, "My name's Paula." She goes, "I'm a choreographer." And I was like, "Yeah, right. Yeah, me too." I'm thinking, she goes, "I'm doing a music video." And it was in the 80s when music videos were really popular. And so she said, "What are you doing in a couple hours?" And I go, "Nothing." She goes, "Well, I'm choreographing a music video is there any way you can come over to Debbie Reynolds' studio?" Which was about 10 minutes from where we were at. She goes, and it's me and this guy named Eddie Garcia, who's an amazing dancer and who's had a beautiful dance career. And so me and Eddie go over there, and we knock on the door, and Paula answers, and it turns out it's Paula Abdul. So she goes, "I just love your technique. I love everything about you. I watch you in class all the time." I'm like, "Really? Oh my God." So she answers the door. She takes us in, and sitting on the floor is Janet Jackson and her two producers. And I'm like, "Oh my God!" And Janet was just it was when Control, her first album, came out, and so it was for Nasty Boys. And so we danced. Paula gave us a little combination. We danced, and we both got it. And so it was for Nasty Boys. So I'm right in front with Janet. If you watch it, when she flips into the movie screen, I'm on Janet's left. And if you're watching it, I'm Janet's right. If you're watching it, I'm on the left. I'm in black and red. And I do the whole dance scene with her and all this stuff. And where was I going with this story, Gregory?
I don't know. That's
God.
Okay. It's a tremendous story. Well, thank you, Thom, for your time. We do have to wrap it up, but I appreciate you taking time to speak with us this afternoon, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at CONvergence and getting to know our convention.
Me too.
And thank you for joining us here on CVG-TV. My name is Gregory Parks, and you have been watching CONvergence.